1 2 1 2 mic check the mic 1 2 Esoteric here live with you. Brand new edition of the show. Let me see, do a sound check it before we start our commercial here. Let's see. Let me see, do a sound check it before we start our commercial here. Let's see. Perfect. Sounds looks good. All right, guys. Esoteric here. Please share the link as you join us. We will highly appreciate you. We will be right back. Sound County Premier Platform here is Esoteric. We'll be right back with more on the show. Let's see here.
If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love.
L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. Quand on est là-bas, où est fao. Go, my baby, la who for. I let you power. I can never leave you on the highway. You my baby. As I do, c'est tout.
If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love.
Photo. I want your photo. I will not get you photo. I will not get you photo. Photo. I'm not get photo. I want your photo. Let me take your photo, yeah. Smile for me, just play stop for me. Tell me now who I want to be with. L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. Quand on est là-bas, où est fao. Just go, my baby, la who est for. I let you power. I can never leave you on the highway. You my baby. As I do, c'est tout.
If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love.
My people, where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Wave your hands. Come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the ball. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with their speech they preach in D and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to beef? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. I said no one to trust. My people, no one to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they said they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work, but people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. We tired with the promises that left us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can you lie? Why can you steal? Why can you allow the citizens to breathe? You see, we just tell you that why we vote you. But you fool us. You screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie.
King, I'm a real sick a long time. Lyrical, mash up the place.
Okay, you're not able to take care of Babu Nebo. You're not able to bust the rata Babu Nebo. Also, ja monkey calm down. Oh, monkey calm down. Monkey calm down. Oh, monkey calm down. Monkey calm down to you.
All right, monkey calm down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to VOSD, the voice of SINOE in the diaspora. With Dark Sarpo, the esoteric. Usually we are coming to you from Prospect Park, Pennsylvania, in these United States of America. It's a brand new edition of the show, so we beseech you to share the link for us. We got some major training topics to discuss today on the platform, so we will highly appreciate you. Want you to just hit that share button. Also, one thing you can also do is to go to YouTube. YouTube is Voice of SINOE in the diaspora as well. We are live right now on YouTube. You can also follow the show from there. You know, we come on once a week, Monday. So when we come here, Yeah, it's a loaded show. We got a lot of vital information, training issues. Again, this is the voice of SINOE. So a lot of the stuff we talk about here is SINOE based, both in Liberia and in the diaspora. Periodically, once in a while, we will get into national politics. So but today's a big day. We have the president giving what we call the SONP. Yeah, the SONP was delivered today. It's a long one, and we want to give you just a little bit, and we'll go to our SINOE based activities. Okay. Let's see here. I will just do a quick commercial again to get something set up at the back, and I will be right back. Let me get Eric Jesus for us, and I will be right back. Don't go away.
If I show you love, you show me love. Love, love, love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, love, love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, love, love like love.
L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. Quand on est là-bas, où est fao. Go, my baby, la who for. I let you power. I can never leave you on the highway. You my baby. As I do, c'est tout. C'est tout.
If I show you love, you show me love. Love, love, love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, love, love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, love, love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, love, love like love.
Photo, I want a photo. I will not get you photo. I will not get you photo. Photo, I'm not get photo. I want a photo, let me take a photo, yeah. Smile for me, just play stop for me. Tell me now who I want to be with. L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. Quand on est là-bas, où est fao.
All right. Great commercial there. We have to get a show going here. As you are following, please share the link for us. My man Jerry says he's following. Thank you for following. Really appreciate your presence on the show. All of you that are following the show, we highly appreciate you. Just again, do us just a little tiny bit of favor. Hit the share button. It's going to be a fantastic show coming your way this evening or this afternoon from my end here. All right, welcome to the show. As usual, what we normally do here is we tend to do shout out to people if you're out there. More so, I didn't see somebody who celebrated a big day. But when you're out there celebrating your big day, we want to say happy birthday to you. Wish you many more happy returns and the best life has to offer. I just wanted to give you quick reminders here, and then we'll go to our show for today. So the reminder here is the PUTU Polo Association, the Delaware Valley chapter, the inauguration is coming up. And you see some of the members say you have to understand the USAA. It has 3 sections, which is the Sarpo nation, right? And so the PUTU is one of them. But the PUTU, this coming, you see the date here, February the 5th, or the 4th, my fault. February the 4th here will be the inauguration of the PUTU Polo, the Delaware Valley chapter. They're having a program here. So let's go there and support the brothers and sisters. As I usually say, these various organizations that we have here in the U.S., if these organizations are doing good and when we will make an impact in Liberia, we are helping our country. So it takes a little bit from here and there. We'll put everything together and then we'll have a developed country we have an improved nation. So each of us, we have to play our role. Okay. So the Putu are portable, their inauguration. So we invite all of you. They are for members. You can see on the flyer, $50 for members, and then for guests, $25. You can be, whatever you contribute, it will be used for what the cause. Madam Clarice Massaquoi, she always participating in our activities here, Delaware Valley chapter and the union as a whole. Shelley Okolosi is also a member of the USAA Delaware Valley chapter. So these are great people. They all support the organization. So when they're having something to let us make some time to go and support them. Now, the next one, I just want to give you this is a quick reminder. The USAA 33rd annual convention is coming up as well. It will be held in Minnesota. It's the weekend of August 3rd. So August 3rd, you got to save that weekend. That is the National Convention of the United Sarpo Association in Americas. You don't want to miss it. The two leaders on the flyer there, President Marie Pine and Rancy Kai, those are the leaders for the chapter, Delaware Valley, not Delaware, but Minnesota chapter. They will be hosting the convention. It will be fantastic. President Kolo and a team, they hosted us the other time. It was fantastic. And rest assured, when the Diamond in the Rock is hosting the national convention, I bet they're going to come up pretty good. She is working with the team over there. And so if you have not secured that date here, August the 3rd weekend, okay? Save that, lock that whole weekend in, and you should be in Minnesota. All right, I'll be there as well. The next thing that I want to share with you here, the great man Klaru Mane and Tina, Klaru and Tina, I should say, they are it's that wedding here. The wedding is coming up. All right. So we want to also remind you, it's July the 8th, 2023, this year, not next year, but this year. All right. It will be held in Des Moines, Iowa. So Klaru Mane is not a small man, the national vice president of the USAA. That a vice president's brother, Klaru Mane. So when he is getting married, now some more team and people it going down. It's not, Klaru is also an advisor to the national president. The man is always in a advisory role. He has a lot of knowledge, so he tries to support leaders to do the right thing. So Tina is also the vice president, a national vice president for the Putu people. All right, so it will be a huge wedding. You do not want to miss it as well. It's again July the 8th, 2023 in Des Moines, Iowa. Let's be there and support the people. This lady right here, again, called Diamond in the Rock. That's Marie Pine. April the 1st, okay? They can call All Fools Day, right? But April the 1st, you have to be in Minnesota. She will be inaugurated. Her inaugural ball is coming out, inaugural celebration is coming out in Minnesota, April the 1st. And then our crew will be there to televise the whole program. And so that we can bring the speech to you. Her voice is Sano Dorsey, right? We listen to the various speakers. We listen to the politicians and the non-politicians. And then we try to put in context. We try to break it down after they finish speaking at BB, right? We try to break it down for we the non-board people, right? So Madam Marie Pine will be unveiling her plan for, the Constitution of the USAA gives the leaders 2 years, right? And so she has had, the people are giving her 2 years mandate. And so she will be leading the people for 2 years. So we want to know what Madam Marie Pine will be doing. So come April the 1st, 2023 in Minnesota, she will be inaugurated. I will be there, and you should be there as well. All right, I think those are the commercials I have here. Just to get that out of the way. I get to the first thing that I want to talk about today on VOSD. All right, let me see what I should make first here. But before I bring that out, it's a breaking news, so I'll be right back. All right. So the first thing, the breaking news I want to share with you here, the President of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. George Weah, delivers a prolonged state of the nation bromide. That's how I call it. It's a bromide, at least to me. So the President of our nation, Dr. George Weah, gave a State of the Nation address. Other people call it SONP, but I call it a bromide. It's a very long and boring speech, at least to me. So I'm not going into the details of the speech of the president, and those big platforms, they're going to analyze and give you what the president said and what he did not say, and all of that. They will give you the details on that. But I just want to tell you, the president gave a State of the Nation address. So what that means is what he has done for the past year, right? The Constitution requires that the president makes report to the national legislature, and so that's what the president did today. I call it a bromide. A bromide is a fancy word for platitude or cliche or something that you say over and over and again. And so I didn't get something novel. I mean, I heard a lot of big numbers, they collected this amount of taxes and how much they pay employees and those things. I don't want to hear things on paper or hearing it from politicians, right? I want to see, when you read it on paper, it should be reflected in the lives of the people. I should see it, reflected in the everyday life of the man in the market or the woman in the market, those things. But if these guys would come and put out these big numbers and how the economy is doing well, but the people are suffering and all those things, I don't get it. But again, that's the nature of politics. The politicians will give you, so he issued 22 executive orders and those things. Okay, what impact those executive orders have had on the people? If I were to leave Monrovia and go, say, for example, in my village in SINOE County, how has the executive orders, affected the lives of the people, at least positively? I don't see that. You're talking about the economy was in distress when he took over. What they say right now, okay, the economists, they want to take care of that one. Also, something the president said, after painstaking effort, you see the results are out there for the world to see. Okay, so if you have seen the result of the president, he has done some things for sure, positive things that I can acknowledge. Again, I always repeat on this platform, I like the president free education policy. Whether you like it or not, whether the institutions are up to task or not. But the idea, I think it's a good move. I love that policy. If another person comes and they build on that, whatever George Weah did not do, and the person improves on that, it will help the country. And because back in the day, if your parents are educated or your parents have money, then of course you will have access to university education. But if your parents are poor like mine, I mean, the probability of you going to college is negligible, very, very small. But George Weah made access to at least tertiary education in the country, available to all. So that's a very, very good policy right there. I like that. I'm not here to recount the successes and the minuses of the president. I'm just saying he just gave a State of the Union. I think it's a platitude to me. The same thing over the politicians. That's what they said. They put those plenty things on paper, and we don't see it being reflected in the lives of the people. All right. So the big platforms, they will go into all the other details regarding the State of the Union address. Okay, but let me go to another thing that I want to talk about. One major thing here. I'll be right back. It's a breaking news as well, so I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to VOSD with Esoteric. Coming to you here from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania. And so the breaking news we are getting here, the Board of Directors of the United Sarpo Association in Americas, they approved 8 students of President Myers' proposal of 12 students. All right. So the national president of the USAA, Madam Francesss Clarke Myers, when she took over in Florida, Florida, I'm not making a mistake. So in Florida, she made a case to the people. that she has what I call the administrative trinity of the Myers Manor administration. All right, so it's the trinity is healthcare, education, and agriculture. So those are the three pillars the president ran on. And so in fulfillment of the three pillars, the healthcare component, the one of the, I should say, the best modern contemporary advanced hospital that will ever be built in Santa County. Things are on the way right now, and sooner rather than later they'll be breaking ground in the capital city of the newest statutory district in Santa County, which is called Sincan, and the capital city is called Pelican. And also the hospital project will be on the way pretty soon. The board of directors, the president sent the proposal, and they wanted the diagram and the drafting of how the building going to look like. And the first draft was submitted, and the board has some little questions, and so the guys, they worked on it and they sent it back to the board. So sooner rather than later, once the blueprint of the hospital project is approved, it will be starting. We'll have a modern hospital over there, So, but that's the healthcare component. But this educational component of the three pillars of the Myers Manor administration. So the president submitted 12 students, to the board of directors. And the board deliberated. They went through the proposal of the president. And 8 students were approved. Now, the question is, the president sent 12. Why 8? Somebody will be asking, right? So 4 students outstanding. The reason why it is now 4 is the 4th student are left out is because of other things that will be explaining shortly. But before I go into the explanation, the elaboration as to why the 12 students were not approved together, let me share something with you here quickly. Let me share my screen. So I want to share a document with you. This is the evidential platform. So we want to show you something. When we talk about something, we got to show it to you. Okay, let me view it from this way. So now I'll make it bigger so that you can see. And I will bring it this way, make it bigger for us. Let's see how it looks over here. All right, so this is the communication here from the team of the president. They sent to the board the list of students, so you can see. All right, so it's a communication here. You see at the top here, the United Sarpo Association of America's field office, Monrovia, Liberia. So they got the office in Liberia, right? And the national administration is working in concert with the office in Liberia. You remember the president opened an office in Liberia for the organization. And so the communication was dated January the 23rd, 2023. You can see His Excellency Issa Sabwe. He's the special envoy for Africa, all right, for the Myers Manor administration. So that's where it came, United Sarpo Association of Americas. Your Excellency, you have the honor most respectfully to present compliment and New Year best wishes to submit through your esteemed good offices list of selected candidates for the USAA educational financial aid support of the USAA to Sarpo students in Liberia. All right, so these are the students, right? And the institution, they will be attending or they are attending. So you see here, because the president the president original proposal was 12 students. And out of the 12, 8 students were approved. All right. So I just want to show you how the proportion is, because the president believes in equity, right? It should be equal. So the 6 sections, so we got 2 from each section. All right. That's how it is. So if you see here, you got Caroline Jelly. STEMI, I don't know how they pronounce that school name, STEDAR or STEMI, I don't know, Institute of Tech. So the person is into the course they're doing is midwifery, and the tribal section, again, the organization, the Sarpo tribe divided into 6 sections, right? And the president wants every section to be affected, all right, positively. So this person, Caroline Jelly, is from the Kabade region, all right, over here. So credit hours, you got 15 hours. Cost per credit, $15. So registration, it costs $70. So you got semester, I think it's semester total here, which is $295. So, and yearly total is $590 for the whole year. All right. And then the next person here, we got Susan Clarke. Susan is also she's going to Bushra School of Science and Technology. And Susan is into nursing. She majored in nursing. She's from Kabade. The same thing, 15 credit hours. You got $7 per credit. I think this is different here over here, the 15. So for her registration, $120 per semester, $225, and then total for her for the whole year is $450. If you come here, you will see with this Susan already. Delphine Kubli is Stella Marie, or whatever they call that school, Institute or STEMA Institute of Science and Tech. Delphine is into nursing. He's from Drawson, and then 15 credits, and see all the other details here, $590. If you go over here, also Hammond Blai, CG Blai is from Phoebe Esther Bacon School. So it's a nurse, anesthesiologist, or whatever they put here. But the person is from Drawson, and that's 20 credit hours. Registration fee now reflected registration and clinicals. So for this person, for semester is $586, and then the total for per year is $1,172. All right, if we go here, so health science area, so they did all the calculation right here. I'm not going into all of that. I'm just interested in the students. So if you come here, Lavin is that Dewey, Lavin and Dewey here at the STEMA Institute, also nursing. The person is from, I think that Namapo is trying to spell here. All right, so you can see all the other details here. You go Patience T. Kolu, or Kolo is also is into nursing. Danaki Azikon School of Midwifery, so into nursing. The person is from Putu. Okay, the tuition includes registration, uniform, and other basic requirements. All right, so a school in Zoedru. So over here, the person per semester $180. For the year is $360. All right, that's Patience. We got Shedran. That's Kula. Okay, so Grand Jede County Community College or Grand Jede University, I think main community college. Over here, the person is into education. The person from Putu. All right, so we got 2 from Putu so far. We got 1 from Namapo, and 2 from Kabade, and 2 from Drawson. Okay, we go down further. So from Sincon here, we got Winifred Jabba here. She's into nursing from Sincon. You can see all the other detail, the amount here, $295 per semester, $590 per the whole year. And then you got Christopher N. Barr, African Methodist Episcopal University. He's into economics from the Sincon Bell and all of that. So you can see all the other details reflected over there, as you can see. Now, the names are incomplete, right? Some people still. So this from the country director, that's from Assistant Professor Richie S. Panton. All right, and that's where the communication came from for the student. Just wanted to share that with you. So of the students We only have just 8 students approved. The question is, why just 8 students? We have to understand certain people are just evil. They are just bad, okay? The organization was doing great until we brought Greene Cole Geleo on board. And since Greene came, the organization has had problems. So I've been having problems. The reason why the 12 students were not sent is because Mr. Greene Cole Geleo established a bogus organization in Liberia that they are not doing anything for our people. All right? But Greene instructed his people in Liberia to run propaganda. The guys are going from village to village, from town to town, telling people that the USAA program, the education and the scholarship program is fake. All right? And for whatever reason, the guy has been successful in lying to our brothers and sisters from the Wedger area. All right? And a lot of them, they are supporting Greene, right? And that is why you don't see one student from the Wedger area. And this is unfortunate. People need education. Myself right now, I just need somebody to say, oh, I won't give you free money so you can go to school. And our people have the opportunity. Our children have the opportunity to go to school free. They say the organization said they will pay. And Greene Cole Geleo and his followers, they are running propaganda against their own people so that they can remain ignorant. So that when Greene Cole Geleo and his followers want to go to Liberia, so the people can dance behind them. So he can be the only man that speaks big words. Some of these guys is unfortunate. You so bitter to the point where you do not want people to get knowledge. Is that how bitter Greene and followers are? Is that how bad? See what happened the other time. When the late Mabutu was the minister of public works. The man he is gone now, but because of that one man, a lot of people got employment opportunity. They are employed right now. They are working. And Francesss Clarke Myers is saying, let us focus on producing more educated people from SINOE County. That is how we can be relevant. That is how the people will take us seriously. And Greene Cole Geleo on the other side and his followers, they are saying, we will run propaganda. The people should not go to school. They should remain ignorant. It is sad for this guy to be thinking that, for this guy to destroy our community to this point. And people will tell me, oh my, that leave Greene Geleo alone. But the guy is harming us. Everywhere around the world, the people are running educational, academic competition. And somebody is in Liberia and lying to our people that Francesss Clarke Myers does not, whatever she's doing is fake. And I was listening to the report last night during the executive meeting. And the people are saying, oh, the guys, they are successful. When the president first said it, I thought, but then another leader came and verified that information. The leader is from that very region. And she said, the guys have stopped our people from coming to register. Look, guys, those from SINOE, carry the video and tell our people that Sarpo there cannot be on something that will be bogus, that will be lie. Because it does not benefit me. For me to come sit here and eat as many times as I want, and then my people back home, they're hungry. They don't even have access to education. And then the leadership here, they say we're going to do something because in the past we gave Greene the same 12 students. We gave him the money, everything. And after 8 or 7 years in office, Greene cannot show one student that he gets scholarship. And because he failed, because Greene Cole Geleo failed our people, and so he does not want somebody else to do something for our people. And so Greene told his people back home, And those people are so idiotic. They are going around and fooling our people and say that fake scholarship that people giving. What benefit do we get to give somebody fake scholarship? And somebody will be listening to that. If you want your condition to remain the same, then listen to the people that are coming to you from Green Side. Those people that don't want to think. They're trying to think about sectionalism and then nonsense tribal stuff. Keep listening to them. Guess what? While you are listening to them, Kamala Ross is a nurse in America. She can get paid every 2 weeks, not less than $5,000 United States dollars. Listen to those people that be telling you. Listen to Boyce. Every 2 weeks he get a little thing. Listen to Boyce Joyce. You shouldn't go to the office there to get a scholarship. Listen to the people because of hatred. Because you hate Francis to the point where you don't want somebody to get scholarship. Somebody try to remain ignorant, to remain in the village. They should not improve. Y'all listen to Greene Cole Geleo. Y'all go listen to him. You should not go to the office to get your scholarship. Somebody give you free money and they say go to school, and you are listening to Greene Geleo and say, oh, that fake. And Greene Weah failed the people. All right. So that is the sorrowful nonsense that the guys are doing. So Francesss is doing her part. She is doing her best. She said, I just got a BSc degree in nursing. I want my children in Liberia too to get nursing degree or whatever they want to be. And by the way, her focus is in the health area so that we'll be able to help our people because we are building hospitals and those things. Who do we have to run those facilities? And that's why before we say, you know what, Greene, give to a student scholarship. And so when the next administration comes, they will build a hospital, the medical facility. That way the people will be able to run those medical facilities that will be building. But Greene said, no, I want Nessie Quarter first. All right. Now Nessie Quarter, we got a Nessie Quarter now. It is there that chicken living in the Nessie Quarter. The last time I saw the picture, that goats and chicken and all the animals in there. And then Francesss Clarke Myers is saying, I mean, she activated a team back home, led by, because she has all the various sections represented. And so those from SINOE will go to the people and educate the people and say, oh, this is the program the organization in America has. They will go there, the SINOE people will do that. Those from Drawson, they'll go there and educate the people. Vasco, Kamlet, and the band doing a great job going here and there from village to village to create the awareness for the program. But we have these diabolical forces that are on the ground saying, you know what? Don't listen to the people there. Don't go to school. In other words, that's what the Greene Cole Geleo followers and they're doing in Liberia. It is pathetic. It is lugubrious. It is dolorous for us to have this guy who just came to destroy our community, who is here to destroy our people. It's sad. Again, for those of you that are back home, if you want to remain on the farm, if you want to be going from people's office to another person's office to give you hand out, don't go to school. Don't listen to the people that are coming to you. Listen to them. If you don't want to get your own car too, because those that got cars right now, they are not job. They are people that are educated, right? They got some skills, all right? So if you are a mother, you are a father, and your child has the opportunity to do better, and Greene Cole Geleo will be sending your people there and say, oh, that fake program, listen to Greene Cole Geleo. But guess what? Greene Cole Geleo children are going to school free in America. All right? The children are in high school. High school, your government high school is free. And that's the same thing the organization wants to do to help your children in Liberia. But this guy is running propaganda and saying, you know what? That fake. He told the people then, especially the group from Wedja, he said, that fake program, when I go there, you shouldn't go to the office. That's how dangerous Greene Cole Geleo is. And that's how he polarized the community. The man destroyed the community. The Greene Geleo there, since the man came to the organization, that what we have had is confusion after confusion. And people, I mean, how can anybody go run this kind of devilish propaganda? and said, don't go there. That's fake. Me, that's how you put a be part of something that'll be fake. Me, that's how you put that. The spokesperson for the elders and the ancestors. I want the children of SINOE County to be the best in anything they want to do, not criminality though. But I want when they call somebody for SINOE County, they will say, yes, he was trained by the spokesperson of the elders and the ancestor. That's how you put it. County that person from. But unfortunately, we have Greene Cole Geleo and his followers in the United States, and they are telling our children not to get education, not to get educated, because Greene hates Francesss Clarke Myers. Because Greene and his followers, they don't want Francesss Clarke Myers to succeed, because when she succeeds, it will be bad for him. And so Greene will say, that fake academic scholarship they gave him. What? You serious? You serious? I wish I have the power to arrest somebody guy and put them beyond bars for harming other people. This is a serious harm to other people. Success. This is, as you are playing my son, that witchcraft behavior here. You see the whole of white, no one student came from there. Because Clement Rod and said, no, don't go. Because Johnson said, no, don't go. And so one student did not come from the White Belt. Those from Liberia that are following him, please carry this video or tell your brothers and sisters. Let it go to the USAA office to take advantage of the scholarship program. It is not fake. Those that are running for office in Liberia right now, they are not people that didn't go to school. The people that got position, that got the best jobs in the country, those are people that went to school. And so don't let Greene Cole Geleo to deprive you of the opportunity. Don't let a man to destroy your future. Because he hates Francesss. Because the people that are around him, they hate Francesss. Make use of that opportunity. Tomorrow, if you don't want to go to SINOE to help your brothers and sisters, that knowledge will still be with you. You will still be valuable. You will be marketable anywhere you go. It is for your own good. Don't let Greene Cole Geleo to stop you and he's not helping you. He went there the other time and carried, $7,000 in your pocket. He went to the hospital and he did not buy one bottle of Tylenol. When he came back here, the board confronted him. He got vetted. He divided the organization. He went in the account and took $90,000. And then he's telling you in Liberia, the woman has managed to generate some money to help you. And the man now, his team in Liberia, they call it SADA, Sarpo Dancer Association. The branch, the guy, he authorized the guys, and they are telling our people, don't go get education. No, don't go take advantage of the scholarship the people got. Free. They don't say pay anything. Come there. You just have to be in the medical area. And so how bad some of the people are. The in America enjoy your Greene Cole Geleo. He tell you, say, I went to University of Minnesota. I took some classes. But he's telling your children, don't go take any class. Just sit down. Be on the farm. When they come, you take the drum and beat it beyond green. That was good for you. That is what good for you. And I'm here for SINOE County to be the best county in Liberia. My house cannot be scatter, and I'll be talking about other people. No. And that is why the platform we call Voices SINOE in the diaspora. And I'm starting from my own community here. And I'm identifying the criminals, the rogues, the thieves, the different people that harm our people. And putting them on blast, whether you're from my own house or not. And so we have Greene Cole Geleo now in harming our people. But we want to say thanks to Francesss Clarke Myers for the effort. For the effort. That's what they call generosity, right? There are certain people, they are just inherently selfish because they want to be the only one man in the town. Everybody should be blind. And that's what Greene Cole Geleo is on. He wants our children to remain blind. So he said, no, you want to take advantage of the scholarship. And so that's why you didn't see, that's why you are not seeing 12 students. You are only seeing 8. All right? That's why you don't have 12 students, you only have 8. Where the brother is now up to no good. He's about to their next convention. Greene is leaving office. But guess what? Nothing he can show. As president of SADA, nothing. When you're president of the USA, that's when we managed to build the next quarter. But now he's giving the credit. Since he took power as president of the SADA, Sarpo venture, nothing they can show in Liberia. But he's stopping your children now to go to school. And so the parents that are there, the students themselves, if you want to listen to your sessional people, you don't want to take advantage of the opportunity you are, it's up to you. It's totally up to you. But the Christian Tababo there, the turning board, no one and giving poor manager job, they just sat down in the bush and the people called them because they got some sort of degree. And that's what the woman wants to do to your children. And Greene Cole Geleo is saying, no, you're not go there. I hear Francesss Clarke Myers, the people that are beyond Greene Geleo, they say, I hear Francesss Clarke Myers, and so you're not go there. You're sitting at home. Don't improve yourself. All right, it's up to you. That's something we wanted to tell you today, or let you know today on Voice of SINOE. I'm sad about that. When I heard that yesterday, during our meeting, and said, oh, the people are stopping. They're telling our people they shouldn't go for the scholarship. Are you serious? Somebody is thinking like this in the day and age? All right? Somebody is thinking like that? All right, guys, let me go to something else that I want to talk about. That's the situation of Greene Cole Geleo there. I'll be back. It's breaking news. All right, welcome to Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora with Dark Sarpo, the Esoteric, understood by the chosen few. Now, again, this is the Voice of SINOE, and Dark Sarpo, the Esoteric, is the spokesperson for the elders and ancestors. All right? So what that means is I praise my children when they do the right thing. And I discipline them when they do the wrong thing. All right? And all along, I have been proud of my son. All right? By virtue of the father, I speak for the elders and the ancestors in our culture. In that sense, I am the parent for my children, for the citizens of SINOE County. So I was proud of my son, or one of my sons, Stanton Witherspoon. That's the biggest trending discussion right now over Facebook. I've seen a bunch of people posting, giving a perspective, and I engage other people on that as well. So I was very proud of my son, Stanton Witherspoon, because of the success he has had. And that's why, I want the best for my children in the country, right? I want the best for my children. So when I saw that, as far as I used to follow Spoon TV, and this guy is on the back of the politicians and speaking against the ills in our country, I was like, that's good. And then later on, I found out that he was from SINOE. I was like, okay, that's good. I have a good son from SINOE who is joining me while I'm fighting in SINOE County. He is fighting on the national team, at the national level, to bring the big guys to book. I was so proud of him. But regrettably, I'm hearing something else in the news. Something totally different, something that I've been fighting against in SINOE County. That's what I'm hearing about my son. Now, before I go ahead, I must say I feel sorry for the wife of Stanton. I feel sorry. My heart is heavy for his children, his family, his loved ones. I feel sorry because nobody wants to be in this position right now, especially the wife and child or children. What I mean, children, I don't know. But they depended on him, the father. The wife depended on him as a partner. But now we don't know the outcome of the court when he goes to court, what it will be. But when he goes to jail, the woman will be left to struggle with the the children or the child, whatever. Again, I don't know the quantity number of children he has. But again, I feel so sorry for his wife and the children and the people that love him, including my very self. I feel sorry for myself. Because, again, like I said from the beginning, I was proud of the brother. But to have heard that my son, the son of SINOE County, has joined the likes of Milton Tiaje, has joined the likes of Madonna Williams, has joined the likes of Romeo Quia. It makes me sad. The likes of Milton Tiaje, the looter from the people in Liberia. Now my son, Stanton Witherspoon, is here exploiting his people. But then he is on his platform and moralizing on other people. He putting other people on blast. They are corrupt. They are this. They are that. He wants a good Liberia. But then we'll come to find out the brother was not what he is preaching. That's what they call hypocrisy, right? You are preaching what you are not doing. And so Stanton has made SINOE County shame. He has made me shame. He has made the ancestors shame. He has made the elders shame. Because we are taught in SINOE County to do that which is right. To not take that which does not belong to us. We were not taught to cheat other people, to dupe people. No, we were not taught. We were taught to be honest. That's why our parents, they taught us in SINOE County. And that's why I want to see any of my children, any of them, they're going astray, I come after you. And I'm also made myself available to that. But it is sad that Stanton put himself in this. And I'm seeing my children on Facebook. I stand with Stanton. You stand with Stanton for duping people? For taking 114 million United States dollars from people? You stand with him? You don't stand with the victims? The 7,600 human beings that the brother duped? He gave fake documents that's supposed to start over again. They're about to start life. You don't stand with the people? And somebody is telling me, like a mother right now who was depending on the paper that she got, and she thought it was legitimate. And she was taking care of her children. And taking care of her family back home. And paying her bills here. And now the person cannot use that document. After they have paid $15,000 to Stanton. And somebody will say, I stand with Stanton. And then somebody say, I stand with Charles Taylor for killing 250,000 people. Because what Stanton has done is called economic death. These people that were affected by the action of Stanton, they are not getting younger every day. They are getting older and older. And so they got to start life all over again. You don't stand with those people. You don't? You don't sympathize with those people that pay the hard-earned money for the brother to lie to them? SINOE County. We cannot be taking, we cannot own criminals. We cannot own people that harm other people. That is not right. We can't own them. We can't support them. We cannot develop, we cannot change our country by supporting people that harm other people. You can't do that. That is unfortunate. And I see people on Facebook, I stand with Stanton. You stand with a man for duping people? I mean, that's what I don't understand. And that's exactly what PLO will say. They will say, oh, yeah, the men are rogue, but they're all rogue. No, if you are a rogue, you are not for me. You cannot harm other people. You got to work legitimately. You got to put in the time. If you want to go to school, go to school. If you want to do business, not fraudulently. Don't do people. And people are standing with Stanton. I don't stand with the brother. For the United States of America to bring a name out, it's a serious matter. It's a serious matter. The U.S. will not accuse you. The Justice Department will not, FBI will not accuse you. They will not indict you if you did nothing wrong. When they bring your name to the public, that means they have accumulated sufficient evidence to convict you. So people say, oh, it's just an indictment. An indictment is a serious charge on you. It's a serious charge. It's telling you there's something wrong. So Stanton is in serious problem here. And somebody say, oh, I stand with Stanton. And they are praying to their gods all over the place. But you don't pray to your God to stop the man from duping you. Why did your God did not stop you? Or stop him? And so let's listen to Stanton a little bit. The man that is now in this man. Listen to what he was saying before.
But the problem here is somebody got to tell them the truth. You know what? Most of the guys been quiet this time because they were taken care of during Christmas time. Santa Claus gave them gift to shut them out. Give blind the eyes and make you not to speak. And it says Santa Claus had the name around and said, but I get it plus money. So they
I want to play that again.
go out with my dry rice. But the problem here is somebody got to tell them the truth. You know.
And so Mr. Witherspoon told Hibbolis the truth. He told the government officials the truth before. But it is our time. It is the time of Dr. Yapode. They counted from where Stanton hails, the spokesperson for SINOE County, for the elders and the ancestors. It is time for somebody to speak to Stanton as well, to tell him the truth and not to sympathize with him. Stanton lives in the United States of America. If you work hard, you go to school, you go in an area that is lucrative, you will make the money. If you want to go into any business here, you put your time into it, you will be successful. But for the brother to be preaching against corruption in Liberia, but he is here in the United States and duping the very people that he is advocating for in Liberia, I cannot ignore that. A lot of the victims of Stanton Witherspoon, they are Liberians, they are Africans. Listen to the man.
Most of the guys been quiet this time because they were taken care of during Christmas time. Santa Claus gave them gifts to shut them out. Give blind the eyes and make you not to speak. And it says Santa Claus had the name around and said, but I get it person money, so they will not talk about it. But I get that person money, so they will not talk about it. That's Santa Claus you go and deal with my people. The man will give you money and go say. That's what all of them can talk about Santa Claus. Go on to all the shows. They can. They would never say bad about Santa Claus. Bad about folks that in the government are so corrupt. They have quiet them. Somebody get 3,000, somebody get 8,000, somebody.
Did I just hear the word corrupt from Stanton? He said some of the guys that are very corrupt. They are so corrupt. So what should we call what he has done to 7,600 persons? Is that honesty? Is that integrity? Is that it? I mean, what do you call that Stanton has done to 7,600 persons? Isn't that corruption as well? So the man was engaged into corruption the whole while, but then he is on Facebook and going at people. What sort of hypocrisy is that? Now listen to your son. The son of SINOE County disgraced me.
Quiet this time because they were taken care of during Christmas time. Santa Claus gave them gifts to shut them out. Give blind the eyes and make you not to speak. And it says Santa Claus had the name around and said, but I get it person money, so they will not talk about it. But I get that person money, so they will not talk about it. That's Santa Claus you go and deal with my people. The man will give you money and go say. That's what all of them can talk about Santa Claus. Go on to all the shows. They can. They would never say bad about Santa Claus. Bible folks that in the government are so corrupt. They have quiet them.
Yeah, the people that are in government that are so corrupt. But who is Stanton Witherspoon right now? Is he a moral example to Liberia? Is he a moral example to SINOE County? What Stanton did, can anybody, all of you that are listening to me, can you replicate his example? Can you do that? Can you operate a school? The school, when I read, the documents, the school was legitimate by them. But if you listen to the lawyer, the government, is FBI lawyer, and whatever the guy was that gave the report, the schools that Stanton was part of, that school was closed since 2016. And what that means is you cannot operate that entity again. But people don't watch the whole interview. That's a whole press conference, like 30 minutes. If you go on YouTube, you listen to what the lawyer was saying. So the school was closed down in 2016 because the passing rate was very, very low. That's how they do in America. When the passing rate of the school is not good, they close it down. Okay? What is out of the children, the students are not getting the right materials, or they don't have the right instructors. So they have to close that school down. So the SINOE College was closed down 2016. But what Stanton and his group, they were doing, when these students, they go to their classes, when they graduate, they're going to backdate their graduation paper so that it can be within the framework of when the school was legitimate, when it was accredited at the time. Because anything after 2016, coming 17, 18, 19, going forward, if you get students within that time frame, the document will be not valid. So they will backdate it. And that's what they were doing. If you listen to the interview from the FBI agent and the lawyer, the government lawyer, the attorney. So Stanton, he has made us shame. He has brought disgrace to SINOE County. Hey, I don't want my children to operate this way. You cannot be on the back of Samuel Toy, George Weah, and undercover you are doing something different. You are not fair. I know people personally that were affected by what Stanton did. Oh, other people say, oh, he was generous. You were doing that. You were getting money into the... I understand. At one point, I reported here when he was the spokesperson for the SINOE County Association in Americas, he went there and get $10,000. And that was a kind gesture, right? But guess, with the information that's coming out right now, the man is not spending his own resources. It's people's money. It's people's money the brother was using to be a good guy. You know what it means for somebody to get a $15,000 to you? Only to find out later they get fake credential. That is not good. That is horrible. And the thing is, the good part so far, following the whole development, because when I listen to the government lawyer, the update, the students, they will not go after them as surmise. But they are going after, I think, about 25 persons they got. There's Stanton Witherspoon, of course. And he has the two groups of people that will be going after the Stanton, and those that are working with him, they call them the conspirator, the recruiters. All right, those are the two groups. So the students, they will forfeit their money for sure. Then maybe later on they can go sue the man too for their money. Because you know what it means for somebody to get that money to you, they graduate at the end of the day, and you say, oh, your document is fake, and they find out your document is fake. And see what the threat that was being posed to patients, to people that if somebody leaves from their house, they're not well, they want the best, the professionals to take care of you, somebody who knows what they are doing. But to find out later, the person that was doing it was, I can remember when I had the surgery, spinal surgery. I went there and they put a tube on me, urinal stuff. And then when I got home, I tried to change it to take the urine from the bag. I found that the person put it up upside down. The part that's supposed to be down, they put it up. You know, I have to go back to the hospital so that they can fix it. So it could be that the nurse or whoever did it at the time, they were not properly trained. So the bag was full to the point where I wanted to take the urine from the bag, and it couldn't open because it was put upside down. You see, this is what happens when you don't have the right people in certain capacities. And so that's what the Stanton was doing. And somebody will be on Facebook, I stand with Stanton. No, you can't stand with somebody who is harming other people. We can't grow Liberia this way. When somebody does something wrong, let us collectively condemn that action. We can't praise, we can't say we stand with you because you are from SINOE, or because you are from NEMA, or because you are from LOFA. No. If it is wrong, you are wrong. And let all of us will condemn the action of the person. But it's sad that I'm seeing my children, some of them will say, you know what? Some people supported war laws. And why now I can't support my Stanton too? I was like, why are you serious? You actually said that? Because somebody supported war law, they pray for war law, so you're going to pray for Stanton, who took 1,014 million from people? You're standing with him? And people's livelihood and people's life destroyed right now? That document they put her, LPN, or whatever certificate they had, that what the people then were surviving on. And the person now they will have to start over, and then somebody say, oh, I stand with a man who harms other people. Huh? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? You don't care? Ain't your Bible say, be your brother keeper? I mean, I don't think you ought to be Stanton keeper. Stanton is a bad brother. The Holy Bible says that you spare the rod, you spoil the child, right? That's proverb in the book of Proverbs. It's right in there. So when my child Stanton has gone wrong, he did something really, really egregious. And so just the same way I have been punishing Milton Tiaje, just the same way I refuse to support Greene Cole Geleo, just the same way I told the people of Sarpo, don't vote for Romeo Quia. It's the same way now we're going to deal with Stanton as well. Stanton is not above everybody else. He cannot be moralizing on George Weah, Samuel Toy, and everybody else in government calling them corrupt people, and he is doing the same thing. That hypocrisy will not go. My son will be dealt with. You can go stand with him, because that's what some of you are still supporting Charles Taylor. You are celebrating him. You say, you killed my pa, you killed my mom, I will vote for you. I know what you are doing, Liberian people. I know some of you what you have done. We know the history. I've listened to songs say, sanction, no sanction, we'll vote for you. I heard those songs. I know we are notorious for doing that, which is bad. And now what we are fighting for SINOE County. One county at a time. If you are in NEMA, get on the back of your leaders, beginning with yourself. If you are in SINOE, get on those guys, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. If you are in Bapolu, get on the leader. Let each of us hold ourselves and our leaders accountable. Since the government does not want to hold people accountable when they do it Labrador, they say mako, right? And then you go. Okay? But Stanton does not get my support, because he went against the moral standard of the elders and the ancestors. We're never taught when we go when we go to the village and we sit under the feet of the elders for knowledge, they don't tell us to go do people. No. They tell us to work hard, be honorable, be fair. You need to go tell somebody, give me your $15,000 so you can be a rich man. And so, that's the United States government. And those I can pray, y'all keep praying. But we don't pray for bad people. And what the Bible says, when you spare the rod, you spoil your child. You got to discipline when your child goes wrong. You don't pray for them. You pray for them to do more bad things. No, you don't pray. So I was reading this communication from Stanton himself. Let me see something he wrote on Facebook. This is what Stanton wrote on Facebook. I want to share that document with you so you can see what he said in our communication. Stanton wrote this on Facebook. This is what he wrote on Facebook. I want to share this with you. Let me see what will be bigger on his side. Yeah, the bigger enough. This is what he wrote. And I was listening. I was reading it the other day. This is interesting, right? What did I do? Okay, right here. All right. So this is what Stanton wrote January the 26th at 5:05 p.m. That's what he wrote. A special message from our CEO. It was posted on Spawn TV. All right. My fellow Liberians, let me double check from here. All right. That's what Stanton was telling us. My fellow Liberians, with a very heavy heart, I bring you greetings today. Okay. Heavy heart for yourself or for us. Anyway, that heavy heart is for you. Or for the people that you victimized. Despite all we have heard about my challenges, challenges here in this context, a euphemism for duping people, right? I feel a sense of obligation to address you all today, all right? You got to address us because you have been telling us about other people. So address us, I hear you. He said, however, I certainly hope that we can all appreciate that I am restricted from going into additional details. We don't all appreciate that. No, I don't appreciate it. I wanted you to go into details and see what happened. What did you do? Why should you take money from your brothers and sisters that came to the country that came to hustle like you? But you are taking money from them. They are poor people like you. And you say the government is looting from the people in Liberia as well. But then you are doing the same thing here in the United States. However, I certainly hope that we can all appreciate that I am restricted from going into additional details beyond this. For now, on the express advised and instructions of my legal team. Okay, so the legal team told him, so he's not going to go into detail. But I want you to tell me the details, so I want to know your side. Because the U.S. government gave us details already about you. They gave us specifics. They gave us text messages that you were sending around. The one that Stanton said, while I'm very aware of your desire to get even more details, yet it's my desire, I want to get more details. On these charges, I can only appeal to you all to let the investigation and legal process play out, okay? Which we are waiting for. We want it to play out. We want justice to be served. Let the victims receive justice. While temptation pushes me to address this matter in far more detail, I have to abide by my legal team's instructions, okay? So the man is abiding by the instruction from a legal team according to him. Like a patient following a doctor's orders, it is my legal team's work in this matter that will bring the best legal resolution, okay? Now that the legal team will bring the right resolution to it. So assuming Mr. Stanton was exonerated, would that restore those nurses whose licenses they are revoked already? Would those people get their licenses back when he was exonerated, for example? No, they are not going to get that license anymore. They got to start back. They got to start life all over again. So the man went on to say, It is my legal team and not even myself personally who is in direct, regular contact with the investigating authorities. And it is their advice that guides me in addressing it. Okay, so the legal team told him to come and give us superficial information. I want details, sir. My friends and fellow Liberians, to those of you, you see, you say your friends and fellow Liberians. These friends and fellow Liberians, they had explicit confidence. They thought Stanton was an honorable guy. He was a guy, or he's a guy with integrity. But only to find out later they are disappointed. Now, those that are supporting Stanton are those that do not care for the 7,600 persons, some of whom are without licenses right now. Okay, imagine you are making let's say $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 2 weeks, and now you don't know how much you're going to be making now. It's a whole downgrade. So Stanton said to those of you who are out of humanity, okay, I mean, while you are doing were you homo? You have feeling for humanity when you are doing that? When you say out of humanity, decency, was it decent to have done what you did to the people, Mr. Stanton or Witherspoon? Those of you who out of humanity, decency, and share kindness. Look at the words you're choosing. Was it kind to those people that you were giving fake documents? Was it kind to them? Was it decent, sir? When you are doing all of that, you are getting $1 million. And I mean, imagine 114 million United States dollars, according to the indictment. So where is your decency, Mr. Stanton? The elders and the ancestors that gave you inside County. Where's the kindness? Okay, where is it kind? I just want to know. For somebody now to be grieving because their license was taken away. I mean, those patients, even though the report said nobody has been harmed as a result of those nurses that were taking care of people, but people were taking risks. It was risky. They said they don't have the required education. The coursework and then the practical. You have to do the practical, the physical. Intervention, you got to do the work. But according to the report, the people, they don't have all those things. So the man said to those of you who out of humanity, decency, and share kindness, what are you vehemently disagree with? I vehemently disagree with you, Mr. Stanton. I don't agree with you. I don't support your action. And those of you that are standing with you, I don't understand their train of thought. I don't understand how they think. Whether you vehemently disagree with me or not, have reached out with messages of encouragement. Okay, those that reached out to Stanton, encouraging, what were they telling him? Encouraging him for what? To do more? Or what? I mean, I try to understand what they were encouraging the man. Oh, be sure you will win the case. You serious? I mean, I just want to get a sense of what they were telling him. They gave him a message of encouragement, encouraging him to what? To do more? To operate fake schools? To get 50% of fake school? What? With messages of encouragement, publicly rejecting the condemnation. Okay. And when the people come public, they reject what the United States government put out. What does that mean? Does that mean you're free? Go do the research and see the conviction rate of the U.S. government. That's something small. From 80 to 90%, they win a lot of the cases. So I mean, the people they've been doing that, they've been following the whole thing for years. So for the fact that they came public, brother, whether the people denounce, they condemn what the U.S. government did or not, it's not going to change the outcome. And it's not a good thing for somebody to even condemn the U.S. for doing the right thing. What we can do in Liberia, when the people steal, they support them. And that's what they are doing here. They're showing it. It's calling Stanton to encourage him. They gave you support. It's the same culture of corruption that what we brought to the U.S. You came my power, you came my mind, I will vote for you. I will still support you. That's what we do. Or just remember, they went on to say, with messages of encouragement publicly rejected the condemnation. Or just remember me and my family in your prayers. Okay? So when the family then praying, now what they will do, the prayer warriors, then you'll tell me, what are you going to say? Forgive Stanton for taking 140 million from people, or giving people fake documents, and now the people now they have to start life over. I mean, I want to know how their prayer point going to be there. Oh, let a man say after 20 years when he comes by, let him be a good man or something. I don't know how they're going to pray for him. I'm still trying to figure out how they're going to do. He said, remember, I agree the family should be remembered. His wife and the children or kids, when he has that, they should remember those people. They should do that in their prayer. I say, I don't pray, but my thoughts are with you, the family. All right? But I don't see why if you want to pray, pray for the victims. If all prayer works, which I think it doesn't. Prayer doesn't work. But that's the way that the religious way of giving yourself false solace, false relief. That's what they do. So if you want to pray for Stanton, go ahead. But prayer doesn't work. We will not change the evidence in the possession of the United States government. It's not going to change anything. So you can go and pray and kneel down 24/7 and see why it will change the outcome. But this is not fair to other people that were affected. Those are the victims you're supposed to be praying for. If your prayer works, let the people then get our people back. Let it magically happen that the school will be accredited again. Something like that. Then we'll say your prayer working. So he said, I remember me and my family in your prayers. I thank God for the better angels that you are and which you are well. Okay? I want to ask for your continuing prayers and encouragement for my family and me. No, yet the family again are in support, but not you. I am not going to ask the elders and the ancestors to beseech their gods to pray for you. No, I'm not. The Bible says you spare the rod, you spoil the child. You must be punished for what you did to others. No. We're not going to do that Paul thing. In the Bible, Paul killed people and out of the selling in a valley and say, God, Jesus appeared to him, you're a good man now. No, you have to bear the consequence for what you did, for killing the Christian. Economically killing 7,600 persons. You got to bear the penalty for that. Stanton cannot go free. And boys, allege. Okay, you're going to use that legal jargon. In a public opinion, I have convicted him already. Yes, I have convicted him. For the fact that other people do not have their way of survival right now have been cut off. All right? The school, they can't go there anymore. No, I'm not going to endorse such action for my son. He must be punished. I thank God for the better angels that you are and wish you all well. I want to ask for your continuing prayers and encouragement for my family and me. At the appropriate time, I hope that the full facts. Now, I am interested in the facts. Even though the U.S. government has given us some facts already, the wire fraud and all those things, telling people, I'll read some of those things. I hope that the full facts will provide the necessary clarity on this matter. I mean, the facts can provide the clarity without exonerate you. I mean, we can get a clarity. It can be clear based on what you say or what they are. Without exonerate you, without restore the people whose licenses were taken away. And those are the questions. So it's not about getting clarity on the matter. It's about the way you destroy people's lives. That's what matters to me. So people can go ahead and seek clarity. That's fine. It's not going to, change the outcome of the United States government, the Justice Department. So those are waiting for clarity, they can get it. But that's how you put it, the spokesperson for the elders and the ancestor. When my child does something wrong, I am not going to support you. And that's why I am taking a bag for people to post on Facebook. I stand with Stanton. And Stanton victimized 7,600 persons. But you are standing with a man. So you are standing with, like somebody standing with Prince Johnson, standing with Charles Taylor, standing with, what Roosevelt John. I mean, those different people that kill and innocent people in the country. You are standing with those people. That's how it looks like to me. And it shouldn't be that way. You can't sing. You can't sing. I will vote for you. You kill my mom. You pay my power sanction. No sanction. I mean, they're gonna buy. I don't know where we Liberians we got the kind of terrible thinking from. We support everything bad and turn our back on everything that is good. Going forward, in this very pivotal election season, Spoon Talk will continue its commitment to keep the Liberian people informed. No, Stanton, you should inform us about your business activity. That's how we know that you are honest, man. How you are getting your money, you have to tell us, but you can't be telling inform us about election business now. No. Tell us, why did you take $15,000 from a poor person? And you don't tell the person, you know what? If you want your credits to be transferred when you graduate, you get a certificate, go to the community college or go to these reputable institutions here. Because when you graduate, you can transfer your credit anytime to any school. They will take it. Give them the right advice. But don't take the money and you get a certificate and the person now, loud at school. The people down there, their credits can be transferred anywhere. They forfeited the money, everything else. Now, they want to say, the man said here, going forward in this very pivotal election season, Spoon Talk will continue its commitment to keep the Liberian people informed globally and provide education leading up to the presidential and general elections. Our commitment to our people does not take a backseat to our trials and challenges. There is a greater being who orders our paths and steps, certainly mine. Okay? So if a greater being exists, let he direct the path, because you see, when you study philosophy, there's something they call predestination, predestined. When something is predestined, in those of you that believe in God and say God has designed your future and how things will be for you. So apparently it's God that designed it, and so you can stay on, you will eat the people money for a while, and certain time the federal government will get you. And that's how God has designed, destined for the man. That's the whole future. So yeah, those of you that can pray to that greater being, they'll tell the greater being to do justice to the people that are grieving right now. And those patients, especially the majority of them, they are elders. Luckily, they didn't get harmed, and because maybe it could be because of the rigid supervision from the nursing supervisors, those that get the relevant trainings, to follow up with everything. And that's why maybe those people were not harmed like that. But it's sad for my county. I don't support this action. For anybody to come Facebook and write and say, I stand with Stanton. Oh, some of you're praying for war law. I pray for Stanton. Okay, keep praying. You see whether your prayer will make a difference. But I don't think you should be praying for people that harm others. That is not right. It is not right today. It is not right tomorrow. And that's why I don't like Christianity. That's why I don't like religious people. Because religion, especially Christianity, they tend to support that which is bad. Yes. I mean, but some of the things, they are so contradictory, so I don't see consistency in religion, especially Christianity, right? They will say, love your enemy. But you see them in church, they sending Holy Ghost fire on Satan every day. I say, look at the people. And you say, love your, Jesus said, turn the other cheek. So when the devil hits you, then you turn the other one. Or you pray for the devil, but they won't fire. You send a Holy Ghost fire on the devil. So when I contradiction, these people, they're just going all over the place, But again, my heart goes out to those 7,600 persons that were victimized by the son of SINOE County. You can't get your licenses back. You have to start life all over again. I mean, you can't get your money back. No, all right, guys. Sorry, it's a little glitch over there. Internet's on the ass up. All right, so like I was saying, Stanton. Okay, the point I was trying to make was, those that went for or sign up for some of these programs, this is a lesson to you. I try to understand it the other way, and sometimes I don't understand it too. Okay, a lot of the time people say, "Oh, let us patronize each other." Let us patronize each other. If you have your business, your African business or whatever business thing you're selling, if I'm here, I should support you. So I think it was in that vein that they say, Stanton has a school, so let's patronize the brother school. I think it's from that perspective, most people start to go there, and people go to school here, they try to minimize your, your student loan debt, and so if somebody running a legitimate school and the person says, you know what, I'll bring my tuition low, I think it will make sense for people, somebody, because you don't want to take this huge loan. So when somebody says, "Oh, my school is legitimate and my tuition is this one compared to other school," you say, "You know what, let me go to this one." I think it was in that vein that some people started going to either for patronization. Your own Liberian brother doing something good, so let's go support the man. All right. And B, maybe the cause was better than going to those big schools, so they look at it from that perspective. I think that's the conjecture I can make. All right. But if you want somebody to patronize your business, then you must also be honest. You should tell the person the truth. If the business is legitimate, share your business document to the people. If something goes wrong, you tell the people so they can be on their guard. But when they closed the school down, they took your license away, and they say, "Oh, because you have poor success rate from 2016, and they closed the school down, and you are still illegally operating the school, you are harming the people." You don't do that. All right, you don't do that, and so it's sad. And that's why I don't feel sorry for my son. Let the law take its course. All right. I am sorry for those that went to Stanton without knowing the full details. Again, this is a learning curve. There's a good learning experience. Moving forward, you will do further research on something before you go into it. All right. And I have this book, they call the Book of Secrets, right? And something they say, if you see a school, for example, that is doing a lot of commercials, you have to be careful. And so they give you, like, if you look, University of Pennsylvania, they don't do a lot of commercial because they're good school. So good people like Liberia will have, I was saying, right? Senior player does not soccer for Jersey and does not fight for Jersey, right? So if you are the best, you don't fight. So they would say when you see a lot of schools are doing too much commercials or advertisement, you got to be very careful. I don't see the money last time I saw a commercial for Harvard University, for example. But you see other schools and they're all over the place and doing the different Temple University. I don't see a lot of commercials from them. So when people start doing a lot of commercials and somebody and tell you, say, "Oh, bring this amount," schools don't do that here. The admission offices, they don't come to you and say, "Oh, give me physical cash." You go there, they do your financial aid application and stuff. You do it. The money will come in. If you have it, you can go to the the registry or whatever, a registrar. You go there, you pay whatever if you have to pay something out of pocket, you pay it to them. But for individuals that come say, "Give me 15,000 or give me 20,000 and I will do this," you got to be careful. You got to be careful. People are trying to dupe other people around here. And so that's the case with my son. I don't support what he did. And it is sad. that we are fighting to take Milton Teje from there. And my son, who I thought was joining me to fight corruption in Liberia, has now been caught in a web of corruption. But we can't give up. The father, Stanton, disappointed me, cannot make me into a giver of my children. I still got good ones. Even though they're scared to come and join me, so we can start putting pressure on corrupt Milton Teje, then leave power. I was looking at my children and said, how is it that the guy was declared guilty for corruption? And the people of Sano County, they're quiet. Nobody can say a word. And I'm telling them, I said, guys, you put this man there. Get in the street. Demand the man resignation, since the Senate does not have ethics committee to make the man to leave office. Go and agitate. Let Teje leave your office. Well, they say no. Like the way people are claiming Stanton right now, they were claiming Teje to, oh yeah, no matter your one man, I support him. I said, wow, Liberia, we got a long way to go. But I say I still can't give on my children. I can't give on you. You will be forced to do the right thing. Now because you're from a same tribal group, and the people say, oh, leave Greene Cole Geleo, leave Romeo. I said, but why is it okay for me to go after Teje and then actually leave Romeo, who and Teje ate the people money? Why should I leave? I'll be talking to Teje and I'll leave Greene Cole Geleo, who ate $90,000 and who is running campaign in Liberia and say, oh, children should not go apply for a scholarship. It's wrong. It is wrong. Yeah, I saw one of the victims of Stanton Duncan a poster and said, I stand with Stanton. I said, you serious? You serious? You stand with a man harming you? The other guy said, hey, other people pray for Warlock. I will pray for Stanton. I said, you serious, brother? You serious? I'm going to go on there, but I'm like, what is going on here? You pray, okay, you pray to your invisible man. You say, why don't you free Stanton from this Clarke Myers? You keep praying. You pray. You will pray until your knee, when you light skin, will turn black. Yes. It will not change the outcome. Now, there's something else I want to talk about here before I let you go. The politics of Sano County a little bit. So, one of the guys, Christian Tababo, today is in Dwazon. Excuse me. And before I go to that, let me see some of the comments that are trending here. The letter he wrote was all about him and his family. No mention of those nurses dealing with the pain and suffering. That's right, Milton. Excellent observation over there. No, it's about him. He does not care about the victims. That is right. The victims were absolutely out of the picture. Yes. Doc, the fellow is in serious trouble. I don't see any reason he is not going to jail. He will plead guilty to reduce his jail. Yeah, they will do plea bargain. Obviously, he will do. That's why you do plea bargain to limit his term. And because when you go to jail, it will make it worse. All right, because the evidence will be so great. I mean, great to the point where he has to do plea bargain to reduce the term. That's what they're going to do. Doc, the fellow is in serious trouble. I don't see any reason he is not going to jail. He will plead guilty to reduce his jail time. That's right. The percent of federal criminal defendants going to trial is very small. Fair, don't come after anyone if there is no sufficient evidence for conviction. The brother was wrong and harmed so many families. That's so right. That is so right, Milton. You're correct. It's a sound-minded person will never in any way reach a conclusion in this indictment, my brother. All right, you can suspend judgment, but that does not mean the person who reached a conclusion is unsound. We can look at the trial record of the federal government, like Milton pointed out, and we can infer, looking at the evidence, we can infer that he will be convicted. He can choose to be agnostic. He can choose to say he will be convicted. Another option is No, not to be convicted, because there are three options. You can either be an anarchy on the issue. You say, I don't know what the outcome will be, which I think what you're taking. That's a fair position you can take. Another person can say, given the evidence, given the track record of the federal government, I can predict, I can infer that the probability of Stanton being declared guilty is very high. Another person can say, who is a super ultimate and say, you know what, Stanton is so powerful that he will win the federal government. He can take that position as well. He will get out of it. That's another position. But it is not unsound to say that Stanton will go to jail. It's not unsound. It's not unsound prediction to make, given the record of the federal government. Given, I don't know whether you have read the indictment. Have you read that? It's a serious stuff. Let me read some of it. Let me share some of it with you. Some of the evidence they have on Stanton. So if you say it's unsound, I don't think it's unsound. Just a play on words over there. But let me show you, for example, some of the things they said about our son or brother. I don't want to read it alone. I will share with you. Let me share the document with you so you can see some of the things they say about your brother. Yeah, what they put in the communication. Okay. Let me get to that document quickly. I will get to it. Stay with me. No, not right now. Let's get to the. I'll open that. It's coming up right here. Let me open that document. It's opening now. All right, now let me share this. It's coming. Let me share the document, right? The man said it's unsound to reach the conclusion I reached. All right, a sound manner person will not do that. So a sound manner person, either that's offensive, but it's okay, I'm used to. Let's go there. Let's share the document. Let me bring Stanton down here and share the document with you. So my man, I watched this say, a sound-minded person will never in any way reach a conclusion. Okay, why would you say never? Why? What is your conclusion based on that you say a sound-minded person will not reach never? All right, let's show some of the things that Stanton did that my man said sound-minded person can reach such conclusion. All right, let's see. So in other words, we are not sound. The man he's the sound man. All right, let's see. Let's look at some of the document here. I'll make it bigger so we can see it. All right, let me make it bigger. Let me make it bigger. Let me minimize myself. Go back there. All right, good. I will zoom it small from my end here. Hopefully you see that. I will click on this. All right, let me view here. Okay, so this is the document, the indictment communication, right? Let's look at it for a little bit here. I don't know why this is not getting bigger than what I wanted it to be. Okay, say for example, this is one of the documents here, right? In one of the documents, let's look at it for example. Okay, this is the indictment, right? The grand jury charges, right? General allegations. At all times relevant to this indictment, requirements to become a registered nurse or licensed practical nurse. Number one, the purpose of a professional license was to protect the public from harm by setting minimum qualifications and competencies for safe entry-level practitioners. Nursing was regulated because it was one of the health professions that poses a risk of harm to the public if practiced by someone who was unprepared and or incompetent. All right. And these are some of the things they put in the indictment, right? Listen, they just give you a background for the nurses, for example. The both boards of nursing achieved this mission by establishing the standards for safe nursing care and issuing licenses to practicing nursing. 2. According to the National Council of State Boards of Nursing, competence of licensure, components of licensure to be registered and the RN or a licensed practical nurse or vocational nurse included verification of graduation from an approved pre-licensure issuing program. Okay, let me see. Let me go back a little bit here. I should minimize it. I don't know why it doesn't go up. I want to show you something. This one is low. I want to see that go further. All right, now this one, state of Florida. They quoted all the law the man violated. The state of Florida enacted the Nurse Practice Act to ensure that every nurse practicing in Florida meets minimum requirements for safe practice. All right, and they quoted the law and everything. And the Florida Board of Nursing was both a regulatory board and the state government agency legally responsible for enforcing the state's Nurse Practice Act. The Florida Board of Nursing was responsible for establishing standards for safe nursing care and issuing licenses to practice nursing. To do so, it oversaw education requirements and rules for licensure in Florida. Among these requirements was that any person desiring to be licensed as an RN or LPN or VN had to complete the requirements for graduation from an approved program or its equivalent as determined by the board for the preparation of registered nurses or licensed practical nurses, whichever was applicable. For graduates of an approved program equivalent, an applicant seeking a certification to take the licensure examination had to submit an official transcript. All right, so they gave me the background of the case, right? Let me show you something. What they say here. Now, over here, defendant Stanton Witherspoon, a resident of Burlington County, New Jersey, was the founder president of the NERC, I think the Nursing Education Resource Center. That's why they call that, right? Witherspoon entered into an agreement with co-conspirator 1E or around November 2018 to become a 50% owner of Siena Education Center LLC, a limited liability company, and Siena College collectively. Siena, right? 10. Defendant Alfred Silu, a resident of Burlington County, New Jersey, was employed by the Nursing Education Resource Center of Stanton, right? All the people that they are working for Stanton. Listen to this. Defendant Rennie Bernadette, a resident of Westchester County, New York, was employed by the Nursing Education Resource Center by Stanton. In other words, co-conspirator 1, a resident of Broward County, was the owner, registered agent, and manager of Siena Education Center Liability Limited Company and Siena College. Co-conspirator 2, okay, this is what I don't want this one. Let's go to the next one. I want to see what will allow me to see the full picture. Stanton Witherspoon, let me see, willfully. The purpose of the conspiracy, manner and means of the conspiracy, they got all the details here. Let me see the portion I want to show you. Stanton Witherspoon, see, conspirator 1 and 2 and others created and distributed and caused to be created and distributed via interstate wire communication, false and fraudulent transcripts and diplomats to conspirators or co-conspirators, including co-conspirator 3 to 5 and others, falsely and fraudulently representing that the co-conspirators attended Siena College in Florida and completed the necessary courses and or clinicals to obtain RN or LPN or VN diplomas, when in fact the co-conspirator had never actually completed the necessary coursework or courses and or clinicals. That the government is the Justice Department saying this, not me. All right. They will not just make up things against a guy like this. It's a serious thing here. They say in furtherance of the conspiracy, co-conspirator, including co-conspirators 3 to 5 and others, use the false and fraudulent diplomats and transcripts and other records created and distributed and caused to be created and distributed by Stanton Witherspoon, Alfred Selou, and Renin Bernadelle, co-conspirator 1 and 2, or to 2, and others to obtain licensure as an RN or LPM, VPN, or VN in various states, including Maryland and Georgia. See, so they've got all these things on the man, and the man says it's not reasonable for me to make a reasonable conclusion. All right, let me see something else. The conclusion, just that my list is not, and for some reason, this is now, it's not going up. It's just staying. But if you look at here, for example, right down here, Stanton Witherspoon and Alfred Selou, they got that communication here. That communication, the approximate date was the February the 6th, 2019. Description of wire transmission. Email via interstate wires from co-conspirator 2 to Stanton Witherspoon, Alfred Selou, and co-conspirator 1 in the Southern District of Florida, discussing student travel schedule for out-of-state student to travel. Okay, let me go to the next one here. Maybe you'll show better right here. Good. Some of the pieces, they were actually following their communications, wiretapping practically what they were doing. Now, this is sufficient. Let me read a little bit of the what they put in the document. Number one, let's look at Stanton Witherspoon, number 3, right? The 10 month, the 28, 2019, text message via interstate wires from Stanton Witherspoon to co-conspirator 1 in the Southern District of Florida, containing a photograph of an official transfer. They got all the evidence, right? For nursing applicant, PO, listing a date of birth, a graduation date of 05/20/2019, and course completion for years 2015 to 2016. All right. So the backtrack, I was telling you, right? Because the year the school was terminated, so they kind of do that so that the children would be 2015, right? So 2015, they bring it back because the school, they were closed down 2016. So when you backtrack it, those before that school closed down, they are still in 2015 era. They are still the school accredited by then, so that's why they backtracking stuff. You see here, count to number 2, the 5th month, the 22nd, 2022 or 2020, sorry. Text message via interstate wires from co-conspirator 1 in the Southern District of Florida to Stanton Witherspoon, discussing termination of the business relationship. They got all the other facts on him. The next one, Stanton Witherspoon here, the 5th month, the 22nd, 2020, text message via interstate wires from Stanton Witherspoon to co-conspirator 1 in the Southern District of Florida, discussing issuance of transcripts and Witherspoon's ownership of Siena College. Okay, they got all the facts on him. All right, look out. I'm not making, so the message is unreasonable for me to research conclusion, given the evidence the people are giving. If you go here, 7/26/2020, text message via interstate wires from co-conspirator 1 in the Southern District of Florida to Stanton Witherspoon, discussing Stanton Witherspoon sending information for co-conspirator 1 to process 33 nursing applicants. Okay, they got all the other facts on here again. They're giving you the date and everything listed. Rennie here sent another one, the 8th month, 17, 2020. Text message via interstate wires from co-conspirator 1 in the Southern District of Florida to Rennie Bernadette, discussing following up with students after collecting their money. Okay, they're following up with the student after they finish collecting the students' money. They go on here, Stanton Witherspoon, 9 months, 2nd, 2020. Text message via interstate wires from co-conspirator 1 in the Southern District of Florida to Stanton Witherspoon, discussing endorsement, school transcripts, and the collection of money from nursing applicants. Okay, they got all the different facts. So my man was saying, oh no, it's unreasonable to say the man would be. I said, wow. The last one here, the 5th month, 11, 2021. Okay, text message via interstate wires between co-conspirator 1 in the Southern District of Florida and Rennie Brunadell discussing a transcript for a nursing applicant. All right. So they got all these facts. So I'm not just saying stuff because I feel like it. I'm looking at the evidence and all of that. I can show you more. A lot of them here. So the last page here, if you look at it, look at the last page. The allegations contained in this indictment are hereby re-alleged, and by this reference, fully incorporated herein for the purpose of alleging forfeiture to the United States of certain property in which any of the defendants, Stanton Witherspoon, Alfred Silu, and Rennie Brunadell, has an interest. So, in other words, what they are saying, any property, anything they have interest. The 3% they want to forfeit. Now, what they're saying, forfeiture, right? So, if they have anything they spend money in, anything they know their name on, they're going to go after them. The allegations contained in this indictment are hereby re-alleged, and by this reference, fully incorporated herein for the purpose of alleging forfeiture to the United States. So, whatever they own will go to the United States. United States of certain property in which any of the defendants, Stanton Witherspoon, Alfred Silu, and Rennie has an interest. 2. Upon conviction of a violation or conspiracy to commit a violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 1343, as alleged in this indictment, the defendant shall forfeit to the United States any property, real or personal, which constitutes or is delivered or is derived, from proceeds traceable to such offense pursuant to Title 18, United States Code, Section or pursuant to Title 18, United States Code, Section and the procedure set forth at Title 21, United States Code, and they put all the laws. So, in other words, they are telling you, all properties, anything that they got on that related to this thing, they will forfeit it. All right. And the United States government will not come after you. They will not put your name out. And the evidence is not strong enough for them to convey you. Some of my friends say, you know what? My man, it's unreasonable. I said, wow. Let me see what he said here next. Look, you have to be masterful in your words. You can't do the work of the legal people. And this is why the indictment is issued. He has his legal team to represent him. Had it not been so, Stanton would have been thrown in jail. I'm not saying he doesn't have the right. I'm not saying that. I am saying the same way there are 3 positions you can take here. One of the positions is what you're taking is called agnosticism. You say, I don't know what the outcome will be. That's a reasonable position to take. Another position you can tell you is you can also say Stanton will not be declared guilty. That's another reasonable conclusion you can reach if you have enough evidence from Stanton's side. Okay, but the documents that we are looking at from the federal government, the document is strong. So somebody can also infer that it is also possible for the guy to be declared guilty. Nothing wrong with that. So you can say, I'm not saying it's not illegal. Why you have the right to remain agnostic, but I don't have the right to give you my prediction. What you have the right to say what you want to say, but I don't have the right to say what I feel or what I think based on the facts that I'm looking at. And so I want to be fair. Let's be fair. This is my conclusion, and let's put it to a test and see you and myself who will win at the end of the day. I just said from the legal angle, the man is not yet guilty. From the public opinion, I'm convicting the man based on what I'm looking at. He can go to the legal angle. That's fine. He can wait for the legal one. So the man said, Mr. Parker, are you following the details of Stanton criminal charges? Apparently not. Apparently not. All right. So, guys, you can agree, you can disagree with me. That is perfectly fine. That is my position, and I have the right to give my position, my opinion, and the same way you have the right, brother, and say, you know, I disagree with you, which I'm totally okay with. I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. Yeah, I mean, I see in communication, people that want to be angry, they're fine to be angry. Yep, let me send a quick. Yes, I mean, people can get angry if they want. It's perfect. I mean, I'm not here to appease people, to make people happy. I'm here to just give my opinion. The same way Stanton had the right to your own Facebook and saying everything about anybody, giving breaking news every day. We have to give the breaking news too. So those that will get angry for us saying or giving our opinion on this matter is perfectly fine. They can get angry. It is totally fine. Sorry, guys. So yeah, people they can get angry, and yes, I have the right to speak my mind. The same way Stanton has the right to speak to say what you want to say. I can play a video right now where he's giving your opinion. Nobody was stopping you. Let me see. Let me play Stanton a little bit here.
But the problem here is somebody got to tell them the truth. You know what? Most of the guys been quiet this time because they were taken care of during Christmas time. SINOE gave them gifts to shut them up. Give blind their eyes and make you not to speak. And they say SINOE here the name around and say, but I get a person money, so they will not talk about it. But I get that person money, so they will not talk about it for me. That's SINOE you go and deal with my people. The man will give you money and will say. That's what all of them can talk about SINOE. Go on the other shows. They can. They would never say bad about SINOE. Bad about folks that in the government are so corrupt. They have quiet them. Somebody get 3,000, somebody get 8,000, somebody get 20,000. They have quiet them. After they gave them the money, they're scared to talk. And the government just complacent. The government, some people will do what they have to do because you know what? They're in the pocket of SINOE them. So when you talk, they run with the story. Those guys are in the pocket. They're in SINOE right pocket. They call you and say, my man, Martina, drop here. The more handle. SINOE say, oh, relax. I will send it to you. Then you say you get love for the nation. Then you say you want to speak truth to power. Stop lying. Don't do that. You call the man get text messages. You call the man, you say, my man, what's up, Martina? I will tell you guys something today that will shock you guys. Something that the government they offer us, and I refuse it. It will shock you. I refuse it. Just tell your friend, yo, come on. And I got document to that effect though. I refuse it because it's bad for our country. I refuse it because it's nothing but bribery. And I will tell Liberians tonight, I am not one of those that you gave money to keep quiet.
All right, that's a moral man. That's a moral man of Liberia over there, and moralizing other people. But then we'll give our opinion. Other people say, no. Don't get your opinion. The man, he said they attempted robbing him, and that is bad for Liberia. Is it bad for Liberia? I agree with you on that. But what Stanton did to the other people here, is it good for them? These people that he duped, the 7,600, they are all Liberians. Is it good for them? No. It's also not good for those people. So when it's not good for the goose, it should not be good for the gander. So you're talking about something to corruption. What he did is not corruption. It's also corruption. And so we have to talk about him. So and say, oh, don't talk about my hero, this is not sound. You can't say the man will be declared guilty. That's my opinion. That is my opinion. And you can agree with me or you don't agree with me. The same way you say, I'll become an agnostic. I don't know what the outcome will be. Perfectly fine. I have no issue with that. Let me see the comment. I'm sure they're interested in on the Tababo quest to contest in a legislative election as representative, hopefully. All right, now that's the next topic we want to talk about before I let you go for the night. That's Stanton over there. Yeah, those that want to pray for him, they can pray. Those that can, I here to say my view. People can agree or disagree. That's perfectly fine. I have no issue with that. That is totally fine. Let me see here. If all the nurses passed stable and no one has died, hurt, and so on, he is not guilty. The nurses have passed the stable. Stairs. Okay. Okay, I think I see what Milton reacting to, right? Madam Miss Parker, whatever your name is, sorry, if I'm calling it right. Okay, about Parker, I think. F. Parker. The fact that somebody passed a test, it doesn't show that the person has the knowledge. All right? It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that you have this. So he said, Milton, if all the nurses passed this state board and no one has died, okay, we are happy that nobody has been harmed, nobody has died as a result of the nurses that got fake license according to the federal government. But it could be because they were under the supervision of people that are trained, that are following them to make sure that they follow certain format. All right? But they themselves, if you leave them by themselves, I just give you an example. Myself, when I had a surgery, they put the catheter on me and they turn it upside down. The one that's supposed to be down where you can take the urine out, it was up. I came home, I was trying to get it out. It couldn't come. I have to go back to the hospital for another nurse to change it. That's what we are talking about here. It was risky. I could sue them. But you know, I'm a good man. So the fact that somebody did not get harmed, somebody did not die, it doesn't follow that it's okay. All right? It doesn't mean that it's okay. The man is guilty in my court by virtue of the fact that the federal government of the United States of America, which has 99.6% conviction rate, will come outside and say, you know what? You know what? They got stop or he did fraudulent activities. And they get the time you did a transaction, they give you the dates and everything, the tapping your communication. When they say wiretapping, you know, your devices, your phone calls, those things, and they were monitoring everything. They got enough evidence on you. All right? So for somebody to come say, oh, nothing wrong with that, something is wrong. The fact that somebody did not get hurt, somebody did not die, it doesn't mean it's okay. All right. And somebody can pass a test without going through all the different things. All you have to do, we don't know what Stanton was involved with. It could be that the guys have some of those tests. So all they have to do was to give it to the people to set it over and over and go for the test. It doesn't, the fact that you pass a test doesn't mean you have the requisite knowledge in that discipline. It doesn't follow. Anybody can pass a standardized test. But whether you know the material is another thing. Okay? So it's still not, it's not justifiable. It's not. All right, so those are comments I've seen here. So let me go to the next one. But thanks for your participation, young lady. Let's see. I just wanted to talk about this guy quickly now for the day. So Kristen Tababo is one of the guys that is running in SINOE County. Okay. District number 3. He's running to be a representative for SINOE County District number 3. So I will just make look at some of the comments he made today during his presentation. He was in Drazan. Let me go this way. Okay. So Christian Tababo officially went to SINOE Drazan Bilibokree today to tell the elders, to tell the people that he wants to run in District number 3, SINOE County, 2023. Now, I wish I could play the video, but I don't have the time. But I listened to the video and I did my job. I took, the meat out of what he said, some of the comments he made. And so I want to share the comments with us. Okay. By the way, I think the young man sounds pretty good. I love the energy. He's quite he got self-confidence in, I didn't get more ideas for sure, but what he said is what I want to share with you. So Christian Tababo, again, he's one of the guys, I can say legislative, hopeful for SINOE County Electoral District number 3. If he going against the guy, the three of them going together. Sonny Boy Noah is one of the guys. College Jabwede, one of the persons that going. I don't have all of them pictures here right now. But Reverend Colo is also here, and one of the guys are running. So I want to talk about Christian speech today. So a couple of things that Christian said, at least number one, not in specific order, but Christian said, Sonny Boy Noah was not running before. He never had the intention to run. But then along the way, Sonny Boy changed his mind. And the reason, according to Christian, that Sonny Boy gave, when he first consulted with him, Sonny Boy said, let me go to America and consult my wife, and then I will get back to you. So Sonny Boy came to America, consulted his wife, and he said, I'm not going to run because my wife told me I already got 25 years at the port, so I'm not going to run. According to Christian Tababo today doing his speech. So because of that, Sonny Boy Noah went as far as offering him a vehicle. He said, Mom, I'm not running. I got 25 years at the port. I can be there and be making more money and be more horses for myself. And so because of that, I want you to obey your horses too. When you become representative, therefore, I will give you one. So he said one of the cars, the port's car, Sonny Boy Noah bought a car and gave it to him. And the man said, I can't hold the car right now because the election is still far away. When I use it now, it's poor. So just keep that car for me. That's what Christian said. He also said during his speech, Sonny Boy said, Sonny Boy declared his support to him, Christian Tababo. According to Christian, Christian said Sonny Boy Noah declared his support to him to run in 2023. And he went and said, he said, because Sonny Boy gave his support to me and now he's somersaulted, Sonny Boy blessings still with me. He has bestowed his blessings upon me, and whether he somersaults or not, his blessing still remains with me. Okay, that's what he said. So another allegation they have been making against Christian Tababo, as he said, the people are saying, oh, he does not have a shelter, he does not have a house. So the man, he refuted that allegation. He said, ask the people, anybody who says that Christian Tababo does not have a house, when they go to Greenville, that in the other man compound and go, or all of them can be with me. I don't have a house. How come people, when they come to Greenville, they can come to my house? So the man refuted that and the crowd went wild on that one. Okay? And he quoted Dr. King. He said there are certain people that they feel they are educated, but the education is not making impact. So he said, Dr. King said, when your education cannot make an impact, it's a day education you get, it's a useless education. So I don't know whether you are taking that shot at Sonny Boy Noah, or you were taking it at College Jabwede Foley, or you are taking it at Maracalo Shigwe, or you are taking it at Helena Cheda, or Reverend Colo. I don't know who exactly you were taking that shot at, but he said something like that. He said he has many students on scholarship. That's what he said. He has many students. He doesn't have houses all over the place where he has students. He doesn't have personal schools and stuff like that, but he has students on scholarship. And he said, I am humble. I'm not arrogant like other people. When the people come to my house in Greenville, We can eat. I don't have special bowl for myself that the other people can do. They have special bowl. They don't want the other people to eat in the same bowl. The man said, if you want to lead the people, you must eat with them. But certain people that are running right now, they get special bowl and then the people can't eat together. Or I and the people can eat. We can sit down and eat with her. No spoon business. That's what they call. So I'm a homo man. Other people, they are not homo. That's what Christian said today. Christian also said, you need someone with strong heart. All right? You need somebody with strong heart. Not somebody, little thing you go under your skin and they call of speech. They don't want to speak to you, no. You need somebody with strong heart who the people will criticize, they will not get vexed. They will still talk to Christians went as far as say, I am talking to everybody that are running against me. All right? I'm not cutting speech from anybody. All right? So you need somebody with strong heart, because when you get in that seat, the people will criticize you, they will say true, they will say lies. You have to have strong heart. You know somebody who will call a speech for people. That's what Christian said. Christian also said the person who wants the position must be respectful. All right? We are no rude person. No rude person. No rudeness to the people, no arrogance. That's something that Christian said today. He said he was a two-time winner of the Labor Commissioner Award in Liberia. He marketed himself on that. And he made a strong point too somewhere. He said he was telling the elders. He said, the elders, listen to this. 2012, you met and you selected Waba to be your representative. And my man, Sonny Boy Noah, went against your decision. In 2017, you selected Zaza to be the representative. And Kolo went against your decision. And so, this time around, I don't know yet who you're going to choose, but these people, these two persons, Sonny Boy Noah and what you call Reverend Kolo, they have gone against your decision before. And so what that means is they disrespected you. So I don't think you want to choose people that went against you. I don't think you want to do that. That's the point the man was making. I thought it was a good point. The elders decided, the ancestor that Dr. Yopo represents, who is the spokesperson for, and they made a decision. And Sonny Boy Noah said, I will go against Waba, and then Waba flocking. Then Kolo said, I will go against Zaza, whether you're choosing or not, and then they flock him. So Christian is saying, these people, they disobey you already. They have no reason now to come to you again when they couldn't listen to you before. I listened to you guys. Now what Christian said. Christian went on to say, he said again here, something he said, two persons have challenged you. Okay, that's the people that challenged them. I talk about them. And he said, he is willing to listen to the elders. Now what Christian said, he said, when we meet again, when the elders, when the people meet the Sarpo at level and the select person, you're willing to listen to the elders. And I love that, because when you listen to the people, when your time comes, there is nothing can change it. But when you challenge the people, like TJ did to the crew for the 8th session, like Sonny Boy did to the Sarpo 6th session, like Kolo did to the Sarpo 6th session, they finish. Those people are finished already. You can't challenge our people. That's huge disrespect. You can't do that. For the 8th session, they told TJ, they said, TJ, we want Jefferson Kamo. We want Makwala Yonswa. And TJ said, I don't get time for the people there. And TJ is now backing the elders. And now what TJ is about to be beaten. And that's why Sonny Boy no one got a record too. They say, we want Waba. We want Waba. We want Zaza. And the people that say, Kolo say, no matter what TJ told me already, I'll run against Zaza. Then they beat Kolo. Then they beat Sonny Boy no. Look at the statistics Sonny Boy get took. Ali Kali get fired the first time. So that was a strong point when he made that point. So for him, Christian said, I'm willing, whatever decision the elders make, I want to listen to them. He said, I will be on CDC ticket for SINOE County District number 3. You know, the man is the secretary for SINOE County, or CDC SINOE County, right? The man is the secretary general for the ruling party SINOE County chapter. And so he said, I will be the scanner on CDC ticket for SINOE County. Now, I don't know what a CDC is a good campaign tool you should use to convince our people. Already, people will make the choice. All right. And you say, oh, the people will be coming, the president will be coming to be petitioned. I will send 4 trucks so that people from Johnson too can be part of the celebration. I don't know what the president bringing, but we'll send cars, we'll send plenty of cars, and so you can go dance and petition the president. Meanwhile, the roads in SINOE County is a mess. After 6 years, we don't see anything. Footprint of the president. I've been seeing some kind of school, they say vocational school. I don't know who built it. But after 6 years, what's SINOE County get? 6 years in office. And so it's up to you. Let me see. He listed places. I mean, one thing he said in his speech, during his speech was he listed places that Honorable Zaza build schools. You know, I like you see when you running campaign, you say the truth. You know, not because you want to be a leader and you don't let the person so you will not say the Christians said the truth. Christians said, Mr. Zaza, there are places he built high school. Titian, he built another school. Vubadi built another school. Right in Drasson, he built another. I mean, he started naming places that Zaza did stuff. You know, so in other words, he's saying, you know, why is Zaza, those things that Zaza did, I want to add on to them. In other words, that's what he was saying. All right. Another thing I told from Christian today during his speech, he talked about students that he gave some scholarship, about $90,000 Liberian dollars, and then the remaining $10,000 he gave it to the people that gathered to meet him. All right, that's something he did. And he says Sonny Boy should push him. All right. Sonny Boy should push me, he said. But when he said that, because he said in the past, he campaigned, he did what he could to get Sonny Boy the job he has right now. So he said, Sonny Boy, say you give my blessing, your blessing to me. You also have to push me so I too can be money man, because you say you're already money man. And so let me be the representative too, so I can get money too, like you. So we can get 2 money people from Johnson. And I just thought that statement was disturbing to me when you said that. You should not go to public service for money. Okay? You should not go to public service so that you can be your money man. You broke right now, so you can be money man like Sonny Boy Noah. You don't know what Sonny Boy Noah is doing. So when he said that, he said, oh, you got to support me too so I can get money, so we can get 2 money people from Johnson. And then you will not be a representative of Johnson. You will be a representative of district number 3 that comprises of different statutory districts. But when he said Johnson, it sounds sectionalistic, you know. So when you said that, that was not politically smart to say that you won't get 2 Johnson people with money because Sonny Boy get money already, so Johnny Boy should support him so he can get money. So in other words, when he gets in government too, Sonny Boy got to show you all the tricks. Or when you go, that how people get money in Liberia, right? In government in Africa as a whole, people that are broke, when they get to government, that's when they start getting money. How can you get in government in no time you start getting money? You never had money before when you were out of government. You know, so the man said Sonny Boy should support him, so he too can be money man. Then way Sonny Boy Noah is bragging that he's a money man. That's what Christian said today. Then Christian went and took a shot. After he took a shot at Sonny Boy Noah and said, Sonny Boy Noah get money, and the man bang, you offer him a vehicle and all of that. Sonny Boy Noah gave me a blessing. Now, that Sonny Boy, he wants 2 rich people to come from Johnson through government. After that day, he took a shot at Reverend Colo. He said, Reverend Colo, basically, the way I understood him, he said, he telling the man, Reverend Colo, go sit down. Because he said, first of all, you got to go and reconcile with Zaza. Go and reconcile with the single people. Because you bought your son, and as a result, the son died. Mark Norman. So when he said that, I was laughing at this. This is one of the serious day election. He said, Reverend Kolo, you can't be the leader of the people, and you and certain people can get along. All right. So first of all, I am the unifier. I the one can reach across the aisle, because he can't speak to single people. He busts the aisle and the people vex with you, and they are not going to vote for you anyway. Or when you become leader, you are not going to visit them because he's scared. He busts their son eye and their son die. So because of that, Reverend Kolo, the people will not vote for you. All right. He said the people will not vote for Reverend Kolo because 2017, when Zasa won Kolo team got vexed and they started busting people's eyes. They started breaking things. They started chasing people with sticks. They started using rubber gun and hitting people with stones and those things. That's what they were doing. So that what the young man said, Reverend Kolo, you my big brother, but it's clear that you are not going to win. Because the single people, they got the largest votes in that district. And you bust their son eye. So it's not possible for the people to vote for you. So since anybody know I gave his support to me, and he beat Bake, he offered me a car and everything. And I wanted 2 hours to be rich people for him to remain at the port. And the man I want to go, or the man still wants to go. The man already disobeyed the elders in the past. And you say you disobey the elders as well. You guys just support me, you get out. Christian were on it today. You were on it. And he said this position is for dry some people. And that was also disturbing to me. That was also disturbing. This position is for dry some people. I was like, why are the young people thinking like this? This position is for dry some people? Is that sectional politics? No, this is national politics. You are running for a district that got Kabate people, that got single people, that got Crook people, that got different people. And he said the position is for dry some people. I said, no. This doesn't sound right. You want to dry some people to be rich, 2 persons. And you are seeing this position is for dry some people. This man is not coming to be an eclecticist. He's not coming to represent everybody and take everything from everywhere. He's coming for Johnson. And that has been my problem in the county too. Sectionalism. All right? The same reason why Greene Cole Geleo told the children from the student from White not to go apply for the USAA scholarship because of sectionalism. I'm getting discouraged about Christian Tababo. You got to change your rhetoric. Moving forward, as I listen to the candidates, I will tell you my candidate. But as of now, I just listening to them. And that's a valid point that Christian made today about Reverend Kolo, that violence thing that he did in a team. That was a huge turn up. That's a huge turn up. Those of you that have not seen that video, let me play that video for you. It's here. The video is right here. Let me play that Kolo video when he got vexed here, guys, and they start busting people's eyes. Let me play that video for you, then I'll be off for the day. The evidence. We'd like to show you the evidence here on the platform. So when the people do reference stuff, they can show you. All right, let's play Reverend Kolo.
The Zaza group is celebrating. The Kolo group started throwing stones, and as you can see over there, fight is breaking up.
We
There's a fighting going on now. As you can see, people are throwing stones and they are fighting. Hey! Hey! Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that was the case that Christian Tababo was making today. He referenced that to tell the people that Kolo has a huge stigma. It's from that violence that that young man Mark Nome, the breasted eye. You saw that all the young men taking the beat stick and chasing people that's Kolo supporters. Those guys, that's what they do. Two things on Kolo already. The elders talking, they told him to sit down and he did not listen. And on top of that, his supporters, they attacked the people, and one gentleman was victimized. And so those are two major things on Kolo. And that's why Christian Tababo said, brother, sit down, support me. And just continue with your pastoring and do your school, because a lot of us here will went to your school anyway. So just continue with that humanitarian way you're doing. But the politics, the people will not vote for you when you bust your son eye, and stuff like that. All right, so guys, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you on VOSD today. I want to say thank you so much for following us. Yes, we really appreciate your time with us. And we are out for the day. And the people then, some of them lied to us. Some of them telling the truth. But I love you. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing here now. So we'll leave with Eric G. So, I love you. That's why I can be doing what I'm doing here. I don't hate anybody.
If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love like love.
L'argent est fini, ma bébé, la où est fao. L'argent est fini, ma bébé, la où est fao. Quand on demande la où est fao.
I love the people of Santa County. I can't leave you on the highway. Have a pleasant night.